Hi, welcome to Trailers from Hell. I'm Larry Karaszewski. The 1970s are often talked about as this golden age of film, where every week One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or A Clockwork Orange came out. But those are just the movies that are remembered. You go back now and look at newspaper ads from the time, and you'll discover hundreds of films that have been completely forgotten. The 70s had program pictures too. Case in point, the movie we're going to look at right now, 1971's Red Sky at Morning. In the wake of Easy Rider, the movie brats took over Hollywood. Coppola, Rafelson, Lucas, and the old guard got pushed out. The geezers were too square and not in touch with the youth crowd. But a few big producers were just too powerful to let go. Names like Ross Hunter, Irwin Allen, and the presenter of this film, Hal Wallace. His credits go way back. Sergeant York, The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, now Voyager. He did the Martin and Lewis pictures. He even had the Elvis Presley Hollywood account. By the late 60s and early 70s, he was primarily making Oscar bait. Costume pictures like Anne of the Thousand Days, westerns like True Grit, and book adaptations like this film, Red Sky at Morning. The screenplay for the film was written by a Wallace regular, Marguerite Roberts, one of the few female screenwriters to find success during this time period. She also did True Grit. She has an amazing amount of credits despite being sidelined during the communist blacklist. James Goldstone is the director here. I have a fondness for him, but he has a pretty spotty filmography. Actually released another film the same year as Red Sky, the Sidney Poitier project Brother John. Now that's a really odd one. Deserves its own trailer from hell one day. Red Sky is more conventional. It's part of the nostalgia craze that took over early 70s films. It's a coming-of-age story set in the home front during World War II. It reteams the stars of one of my favorite movies, Frank Perry's Last Summer, Richard Thomas and Catherine Burns. Burns, once again, is really, really good. It's such a shame she just disappeared from sight, dropping out of the film business after this picture. Also surprisingly great here is Desi Arnaz, Jr., Lucy's kid, who kind of steals the whole movie. Now, for some reason, this film is very hard to see, never really released on home video, and horribly mutilated for television by Universal. They added a voiceover by Thomas, I guess trying to cash in on his success over at the Waltons. It's a bit of a disaster and should be avoided.
From the best-selling novel by Richard Bradford comes a story of people, young people. A story that glows with life and warms the heart. A story without time, about people. Red Sky at Morning.